Tô com medo de esquecer.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 25th episode of Talking Times. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel. And don't forget, we'll be posting these videos weekly. Today, we're going to have an amazing show as always. We're going to have a chat with Lucas Borges about cats. So if you have a interesting pet or cat story, bring them on in the chat. Okay, we're gonna be reading all of them, and we're gonna start right after our podcast intro. Lucas, thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Man, today let's start this podcast in a different way. So, who is your cat? Tell us about him.
Oh, it's not a cat, but I have two of them. Their names are Paulinho and Velminha. So
Okay.
it's a male and a female.
Okay, they have people's names.
Exactly. This
Okay.
is one thing that I think it's totally interesting because I don't like to use like the normal pet names that people use, like Pingu or Rex, these kind of names that people use.
Pitoco.
Exactly, and I think that's way more funny to use like people's names. So that's why I use like Paulinho, because I think Paulinho is like a cute name, and Velminha because of Scooby-Doo, like because why not?
Okay. I told you I have this now. She is with my parents. Oh, by the way, we have some English students, and they might be wondering. Well, they're talking about cats, but they are using he and she. Yes, you can do it because it means they are part of your family. So I think you see like that. Don't call them it, right?
Exactly. When you call your pet it, you're like just making like him as an object. And he's not
Yeah.
an object, he's a part of a family member. So it's a he
Exactly.
or it's a she. It's part
Exactly.
of your family. It's gonna live with you for years. So it's not a it, it's not a TV.
And interesting enough, I could see this with my parents, Lucas. There were times that I thought they love the cat more than they love me. I'm joking or not, but it's really a family member. And you mentioned about the common names. I saw this trend. I think was on Instagram or Facebook, but was something like this. Uh, the last food you ate plus the color of whatever you are wearing. By the way, you look sensational. I love the t-shirt.
Thank you. I came just by the theme.
Yeah, no, perfect. So it was like this: the color you are wearing plus the last thing you ate would be your pet name, and then you have like these crazy combinations. Turns out the name of my cat was Mia because it was a very quiet cat. Do you think the names of your cat in a way reflect their personalities?
Actually, I do because Velminha she likes to so she likes to search things in the house. She's very like mysterious. She likes to hide herself, to play hide and seek. So I chose Velminha's name because of Scooby-Doo, and she's a little mysterious, so I just matched the two things. And Paulinho because, to be honest, there is a fun story that I adopted Paulinho with 2 years old, and he already had a name. He came with a name as Pingu, what I
Okay.
mentioned before.
Yeah.
And I said, guys, Pingu is a name of like, I don't know, dog's name or like very a common name for pets. So let me try to change a little bit and use a similar name so he can identify himself. And I changed his name from Pingu to Paulinho.
And you mentioned this before when we were talking that some people believe that the cats they don't recognize their names. Do you think that's true, or when you call them, they immediately they look at you and they know their names?
Yeah, that's a myth like that a lot of people have, that the cats don't know their names or they don't recognize the sound of their names. But to be honest, cats, they do whatever they like.
Yeah, it's
So
like that.
if you call their names and they come to you, it's because they want to go to you. But if you call their names and they don't like answer, they don't do anything, it's just because like they don't want to do that.
Yeah, I saw it was an article that was like this. They kind of analyzed and they came out with the conclusion that the cats they know their owners or their tutors, some people prefer this name, their tutor's voice, and that they're being called, and they willingly chose to ignore them. It's like, okay, human, no, not now. I'm chilling here in the sun. It's comfortable, so I don't want to talk to you. Who came first, Lucas, Paulinho or Velma?
Well, I had this passion of cats, to be honest, 10 years ago when I was in a trip in London. I have family members there. So my uncle, he had a black cat, and this black cat, it was very similar to a dog because you could throw a ball, he would catch the ball. If you like invite him to come to your lap, he would come to your lap. Like, come on, let's sit here. And I fell in love with this cat, but it was not always like this. When I was a child, I was traumatized with cats because I had a neighbor and she had a very aggressive cat. And every time that I tried to pet the cat, she would scratch my face or the cat would bite me. So I grew up a little bit traumatized with cats and I started loving dogs. But then when I went to London and I met this wonderful cat that it looked like a dog, I said, I need a cat for myself.
Well, something that I got, by the way, recommendation of books and stories here. No, not now, later. But one impression that I had from this story here about Bob is that it's very common to have stray cats in London, and most of them are kind of friendly. I don't know if it's true. Did you have any similar impression?
When I said to you that the cat was my uncle's cat, it was not actually his cat because it was a cat that would visit his house and became his cat eventually. But they are really friendly. All the animals in London are friendly. Like,
really?
Like if you walk through a park and you see a squirrel, the squirrels. So you can give food to them. They are like friendly. The opposite from other cities in Europe, like Paris, that we have rats.
Are the rats friendly there?
The rats are not very friendly.
Like we're eating a croissant.
No. No, they look like dogs, to be honest. This size of the cat, they eat so much, like the rats and the pigeons.
Really, man?
Yeah, in Paris. But in London, like cats are totally friendly, and I think there's another country where they worship cats, which is Turkey. So every place you go in Turkey, you have a cat. And they are really friendly, and they want to go home with you. Like, man. The moment you start petting it, he feels like a bond, and he wants to follow you all the way around.
This is how I would get bankrupt because, I have this thing, I try not to interact with animals because if it's like a stray dog, a stray cat, I will have the urge, to find an owner to take it back to me. So I try to avoid, but they don't avoid me, And so whenever I go to the same place constantly, I start making friends with the dogs that bark, inside houses. And there is this place close to the school that I work. There is this cat that has a very chubby face. And turns out the name of the cat is Vilmar. I learned, it's like an old man's name. But I call the cat Bolacha because of the round face, Very, very friendly cat as well. So it kind of breaks this stereotype.
Exactly, breaks the stereotype, breaks the myth, because people think that cats are not sociable and they are always aggressive and they are always ready to attack. No. But that's not true. Like they trust the people they trust, and I think it's more of a sincere love than a dog, because dogs are, I don't know, made to love humans.
Yeah, and it's different, the relation.
The relationship with cats is like you have a family member that lives in the house, but not totally depending on you.
Yeah, that we're gonna cover that as well. I remember some of the stories. So, was it bureaucratic for you to adopt the Pauline or Velma? How was the
Yeah,
process?
the process of adopting these two cats was kind of different because Velminha, I went online on Instagram, on social media, and
was the
I
name of the
saw
page, man?
a page called Adote Gatinho. That's the name of the page. And it was really bureaucratic because they ask you to take photos of your house and to see if you have enough protection on the windows, like so the cat doesn't jump off the window and die.
Let's do that, by the way. You know,
yeah.
they see a bird and parkour, and they go.
Yeah, cats are reckless.
Yeah.
So they analyze your house by pictures, and then they schedule a visit in your house with the cat already, and contract, so you can sign the contract that you are responsible until the cat dies. So it's a little more serious, the adoption by NGO, like
they take it really seriously.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And everything worked out well. I adopted her the first day, but
How was the first contact?
The
with
first
Velma?
contact was I adopted her with 3 months old. So,
So it was like
she was like a tiny baby, a tiny kitty, and she was really afraid. She was found at a trash bag, at the trash bin.
Okay.
And it was her and all her siblings. They were left in a trash bin, and then this was her story. I felt a little bit sad about it, and I decided to adopt her because I wanted a cat that looked like McGonagall from Harry Potter, you know. So she was gray, striped. And I said, this is my McGonagall. But of course, I didn't name her McGonagall because it's a long name and it's not an easy name to catch.
Yeah.
So Velminha, because you have this minha, this intonation, is easier for the cats to recognize the sound and know that this is their name. It's the same thing for Paulinho, because Paulinho, when you use the intonation of inho, he recognized this is him.
Makes total sense, yeah.
And the process of adopting Paulinho was a little bit different because I went online on Facebook and I saw a post of a woman. She had a son and her son had a lot of breathing difficulties. He had asthma. So every weekend he was at the hospital and the doctor advised her to donate the cat.
Okay.
So I took a chance because I looked at Paulinho and I fell in love immediately by the pictures. I saw that he looked very much alike as a Bengal, which is a breed that I would love to have. And we talked through Messenger and we arranged a time. I got him and that's how he came. It was not like nothing bureaucratic at all, like it was with Velminha.
How much time from finding him, sending the message, and then the cat inside your house? Okay, another family member.
Well, I'm a very anxious person. So if I see something that I like, I want it right now. So I saw Paulinho. I get in touch with the girl and I said, when can I pick him up? When are you available? And she said, you can pick the cat tomorrow. And I said,
just like that.
Just like that. It was very simple and very fast. And then I adopted him the next day. And of course, when you have 2 cats, the first cat came first was Velminha. She was with me for a year already.
She was like,
yeah, she was like dominating the space. And when Paulinho arrived, she was like, what are you doing here? Like, this is my house. And she started like hitting Paulinho all the time.
He entered in the box, right?
Yeah, like I brought Paulinho with a box, like the catch box, and I opened the door and let him free. I said, well, if you want to get to know the house, feel free.
Yeah, it was a good thing. Makes sense. Like leave the animal on its own pace.
Yes, and its own time. Like I didn't rush anything. I didn't remove him from the box. I think it's a little bit aggressive to do that. So I left the cat there. but Velminha, I couldn't control. She entered inside the Paulinho's box to hit him again.
Like, I'm the boss here.
Yeah, like, what are you doing here? And this went on for like 3 days, and then they became best friends.
Oh, it's one friend told me that it's okay if you have a cat and you have one cat and you live on your own and you are not always at home. But if it's possible, it's nice to have a couple, because one makes company to the other,
Yeah, that's the idea which I had to adopt another dog another cat. Because I felt that Velminha was a little alone when I went to my parents' house, because when I have to go to my parents' house, I spend a weekend there. So like she sleeps like for a night without me by herself. So I felt the need to adopt another cat to bring her a little company. And I think it worked, because when I come back home, they are not sad. They are just a little angry at me, but they are not sad at all.
You guys will see the pictures of Velminha and Paulinha soon, okay? I'm gonna take a look at the chat. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay, if you are watching this, like the video right now, okay? I left, guys, 2 links on the chat. One is about a movie that we're gonna talk about. The second is a page that it kind of makes a joke. It's called Simon Cat, about how is the life of a cat tutor, Hello, Abrão. Abrão said, I love cats. Priscilla is saying, Teacher Lucas, hi.
Hello,
Priscilla. Shout out to you. Hello, Arthur. Rock and roll, gas. I remember.
Hello,
nice.
Arthur.
Thanks for being here, guys. Arthur is saying some people think cats are aliens that came to Earth to take over. Well, oh my God, Mauricio, we need the foil hat. You see, every time it's not me, I don't create these theories. I just talk about them sometimes. Yeah, so some people.
That's new to me.
Yeah, really? Oh, I have to share some memes with you, man. Yeah, it's because of the way they behave sometimes. Marcel is asking here, what are some mind-blowing facts about cats? Okay. I can personally talk about mine, but I want to know something unexpected that they have done that you were like, what?
Well, they're always doing some expecting things, especially at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Oh my God, you know what happens in these hours, guys?
You know, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm sleeping and I think I'm having a peaceful night of sleep,
There's no such thing.
I just listen things breaking and like they running after one another. And the craziest thing, I think it was when I woke up one day and he dropped all my things from my shelf, things that I bought in a shopping mall. It was like some decorations for my shelf. I had a cactus, the plant, and I also had 2 little rabbits made of ceramic.
Okay.
And you know cats, guys. Like when they jump on a shelf, the favorite thing of them to do is to push the objects to the floor. So basically, he did that with my plant and with my 2 decorations, and it broke. And I woke up very happy, as you know.
No, of course. Some interesting thing is that some cats, they're like this, they are on a shelf and there is a vase or a cup. Let's use a cup. The cup is right there and the cat is like, with the cat poker face. And it will do this and they get the vocal tonality. No! And they look and then... even in front of you, they don't give a damn, they just do whatever they want. So one thing about cats, Marcel, is like it doesn't matter who you are, you are the tutor, you are, I don't know, the one that is visiting the house. if they don't like you, they will completely treat you as a stranger or they will ignore you. And they normally choose one person in the house if it's like a family thing. Since it's only you and them, you're lucky enough to be the chosen one.
I am the chosen one, but not by the two of them. Just,
really?
Yeah. Like Velminha, I think because she came first, she's really close to me. If I go to the bathroom, she comes along. If I cook, she comes along. If I am teaching English classes, she comes along. If I go to bed, she comes and she sleeps with me. So she follows me around all the time. Paulinho is a little bit more, how can I say? Not taking advantage of me, but
okay.
He likes you when you give things to him. Like when you give.
Paulinho is a gold digger.
Exactly. So he wants a reward, so he can satisfy me back. Like it's an exchange of favors.
Okay, I don't mean to offend you, Lucas, but I think your cat is taming you.
Yes. Indeed.
Like, one fun fact about cats, Marcel. As soon as you interact with the cats, they're gonna turn their butts like, "Hey, look at my ass," and then like they go back to normal.
Yeah, there's like I studied that they have a very sensitive part on their butt, and every time that you hit the butt of a cat like this, they love it. Like they feel an excitement.
Yeah. It's very funny to see because you can do like the cat starts scratching.
They love it, and one thing about Paulinho is he never gets tired of it. He never gets tired of it. So, and he also has an action that he does every time that he wants this attention. He comes to my feet and he steps on my feet with his paw. And he looks at me and say, "Okay, you can start."
Butt tapping time.
Yeah, slap my butt now. And if I stop, he even meows. He starts like, "Meow, meow. Why have you stopped?"
Another thing, can you tell the different frequencies of the meows? Because when you are a cat tutor, it's something very interesting. Like when I used to, now the cat is with my parents, but when I used to live there and I arrived from work, it was like Mia would go like this and it was like 2 quicks and started doing that, When she was like sad or distressed, it was more like something like that.
Yeah,
please don't use this out of context, okay? Maick doing an NPC live on TikTok.
Exactly.
Can you tell the difference?
I can totally tell because Velminha, when she wants something really bad, like she wants it now because she's very demanding.
Okay. Of course.
She starts meowing very loud, like meow, meow, meow. And when she's a little bit more needy, she wants attention, she wants me to hug her. She does like little sounds, but she doesn't open her mouth. She just do like...
it's like a mini purr.
Exactly. So when she makes this sound, I know that she wants attention. She wants me to pet her. But when she screams, like when she meows like really loud, I know that she wants food or water. Or me to go wherever she is to see whatever she wants.
Of course, it's funny when we are talking about this, but there is an area of studying biology that is called ethology. That is basically you study the animal in its natural behavior. And what the scientists do is exactly this. They would pay attention in the body language, in the vocal tonality, like interview the animal without anthropomorphizing the animal, like in its own language. And it's basically the case of paying attention. Like all cats are like these or
and
that.
One thing that I have in my mind is that they kind of copy the human behavior, like when you call their names with a different tonality, like if you say Paulinho, like a little bit more serious, he understands that it's not a good thing that he's doing. Or when you say, Paulinho, come here. So you change your tonality.
Yeah.
He sees that, okay, now he's fine with me. Now I can go and play.
All right, now is the moment of truth, okay? No one has ever used its own normal voice when it's talking to their pets. So what's the voice you do when you talk to them?
Guys, everybody has cat voices or dog voices, baby voices. Like this is a thing, and everybody has to agree, and
Yeah.
it's common. Okay, it's not a freaky thing. So basically, I do have my voice with my cats.
But mine is terrible, man. I don't know why, but when I talk to my pets in general, I sound like SpongeBob. I'm not joking. To and if it's like I have a pincher too, and it starts shaking. It's very
Yeah.
cute. And when it was me, it's the same. She looks and she starts, opening herself up to be pet. But
Yeah.
I don't know why I sound like SpongeBob. It's something like that.
I use, I think, a more similar voice to Mickey Mouse.
Ah, okay.
Exactly. Like Paulinho, Paulinho.
Yeah. You cannot see, guys, but we have Mauricio and Vanessa close to us here, and every time Vanessa is talking about Cacao, that is her guinea pig, she does like. Yeah, it's normal. It's normal. Yeah, it's normal. Weird would be if you talk to your pets in your normal
Yes,
voice.
exactly. Like talking to
Okay,
a
cat,
cat.
time to eat. Who
Yes,
does that?
let's eat. Or Velminha, come here. Like you're not talking to a person, you're talking to a baby, and it's and like cats or dogs, they are babies forever.
Yeah. By the way, this is backed up by studies as well. They compare like something the average. All right, intelligence. Leticia is saying here, I love naming my cats after human names. I have 4: Hermione, Quaresma, Tarantino. I am butchering, sorry, because they have apparently her cat has like second names too. Like is Hermione Quaresma, Tarantino Miguel, Alaska Maria, and Dionísio August.
Oh my
this
God,
one
everybody-
might have a drinking problem.
Every cat has a double name.
Yeah. Okay, a question for you, Leticia. Did you used to watch those Mexican soap operas in the afternoon, like Maria Mercedes, The Usurper? You know what I'm talking about? Marimar. Yeah. Because, oh my God, Paulina would be a funny name for a cat too.
Paulina. It's
Yeah.
like a country
Yeah.
a country band.
Yeah. Eline Nascimento. Lucas is the best teacher ever. I'm so happy to be listening to him.
Thank you so much, Eline.
Uh-huh.
Eline was one of my first students ever when I
Uh-huh.
first started teaching.
We always have one, there is always one in this type of conversation. Claudio is saying here, I'm not a big fan of cats. It's because, Claudio, have never had one. I'm
Exactly.
assuming.
Everybody that says that they are not a big fan of cats is because they never had a cat.
Yeah. And one thing that you said though, Lucas, is a lot of friends that I have this friend, Bruna, she's terrified of cats. And then, okay, what's the story? What happened? Turns out when she was a kid, and you have a lot of memes on the internet about it, she was trying to pet a cat, and cats, they're like, don't touch me, and that was something that happened to her. But they're not all like that, okay?
Yeah, this was a problem that I had when I was a child. I think I mentioned a little bit before. Like I had a neighbor and she had a cat and her cat was really aggressive. And I had some other friends that they also had cats and their cats were aggressive too. So all my, I don't know, teenagerhood, I didn't have good experience with cats because all the cats that I met, they were like angry or they didn't like to play. They scratch me, they bite me. So for me, it was like, okay, cats don't like
Cats
people.
are bullies, yeah.
But when I traveled to London and I met this black cat from my uncle, I fell in love and I said, I need a cat like that.
That's and interesting that it was a black cat because there is this kind of stereotype that
Yes.
bad black cats means bad luck, and we have the Halloween thing,
It's totally silly.
Yeah, it is.
And we have a lot of myths, to be honest. And it all went down when I had these two cats, because I had the same myths that everybody has. Everybody thinks that the cats are really independent. They don't need you, or they don't show love, or if you ask them by their names, they don't know their names. But it's like totally the opposite. Like when I got my first two cats, I call them by their names. They come. I want to pet them. Of course, is on their own time.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They sleep with you too, right?
But they sleep with me. They are sociable. They are lovable. It's a sincere love, because it's not something that we see with dogs. Because when we call a dog like Rex, come on, or something like that, they come right away. They come in the first second that you call them. It's not the same thing with cats. They come if they wanna go.
Yeah.
So it's like something that is like truthful, like more truly to their personality and their emotion towards you.
And something interesting, if it's a cat in a family house with more people, and just backing up what you've just said, even if you are not the person who feeds and clean the cat's dirties, you can be the one that is chosen. Like, oh, my mom used to say that. Oh, I wake up at 4 a.m. I clean your shit in the cat litter box, and you go always with him. Because Mia, she has chosen me since I moved out of my parents' house. She loves my father. She's always with him. It's like this. If he is in the living room and he has to go to the bathroom, she will be attentionally observing him. The moment he makes a move, she's like, "Oh, okay, where are you going? I'm going with you. Why haven't you called me?" It's like that, always with him, like a shadow.
You remind me of one thing that stresses me out until today.
Oh, the bathroom thing.
It's the door thing.
Okay.
Cats, guys, if you never had a cat, this is one thing that is really important for everybody to know. They don't like when you close the doors.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So all your doors from your house need to be open, because they will meow, they will scratch, they will do like a hell in your life if you don't open the door. So my bathroom door, my bedroom door, my kitchen door, like every door needs to be opened. If it's not open, they start like a revolution in my house.
Oh, no, they feel uncomfortable, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they think they are trapped.
Could be something like that. And something interesting about it sometimes if you misinterpret it, you will go there, open the door, okay, go, and the cat will be just like staring at you.
Exactly.
Who said I wanted to go? I'm asking you to open the door.
Yeah. Like when you think that they want the door open so they can leave or they can enter. No, they just want the door open. Nothing else.
It's like I don't accept closed doors in my house, basically.
Yeah, so this is the only thing that I still don't like it, because when I sleep, I like everything that is like completely dark, completely silent. So I need to close the door, I close the windows, I close everything. But now if I catch, I change my routine.
Yeah. Again, we adapt to them.
Yeah, they own the house, not me.
Yeah. Oh, Victor is saying here, I like cats, but I prefer dogs. I have two. Cats, they don't bite. Okay, cats don't bite a thief breaking into your home. No, they would just say like, okay, if you're a better owner, you can stay. Exactly. But something interesting about them is the same reason. If you have a very big and strong dog, you have to be kind of aware, to respect the behavior, the body language of the dog. If you have children around, some breeds of dog are less tolerant, they can bite too. And let's be honest, if you're bit by a cat, it removes 1 HP from you. If it's a pit bull, you can lose an arm. So in this aspect, it's safer,
Yeah, to have a cat safer when you get bruised.
Yeah, or you could have, why not both,
Yeah, you can have both. I had both. I already had like Paulinho, Velminha, and Elvira.
Because of the movie, the Mistress of Darkness.
Yeah, exactly. Elvira was the dog that I had.
Nice name.
And they were all together like big family living in peace.
Yeah,
I
nice.
think it's also a stereotype that people say, dogs hate cats. It depends on how you raise your dog, depends how you treat your dog, depends of many things. If the dog is peaceful, and you can analyze when you are taking your dog for a walk, and if they see a cat, if they get aggressive, and if they get excited, or if they don't care. So basically, if they don't care, they will not care if you have a cat in your house.
Yeah, it would be like a matter of adaptation to get
Totally.
used to the other animal there, understand that it's a new member of the family or the pack, you know. Nice. Okay. Diego is saying here, I didn't get the Inha name thing. Oh, when you mentioned that it's
Paulinho
easier.
and Velminha.
Yeah.
All right. So when I use the little like thing with the name, like when we say little tomatoes or little orange, that we say this inho and inha in Portuguese, it's totally because of the intonation. Because if I say Paulo or Velma, you don't have a good intonation. But when I say Paulinho, they can listen better. Or when I say Velminha, she can listen better.
And
so the intonation works better with inho voice.
Is a word that will differ from the normal ones that you are already using. There is this contrast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Karen saying here, oh my god, this is the best episode ever. Thanks, Karen. Vanessa is saying, I love cats. Me too. All right. Andre. Hi, Andre. Out of topic, what is your secret, Mike? Every week, the same haircut. How? Oh, it's a wig, but I will not remove it here. You know. Yeah, I wear a wig. Shout out to you guys, Anna from Times Butantã. Okay, Marcel is saying here, I used to live with a colleague who has 3 cats, and one of them hated me from the first day I moved to his apartment. I never understood why. She attacked me quite often. Well, just knowing the animal, right? It's difficult to say.
But it's funny that he mentioned that, as I said, I had some friends that they had cats, and they were really aggressive too, like for no reason. I will try to pet it and he would scratch me or he would bite me. And I started to get a little restriction from cats because of these experiences. But I saw online, I don't know if it's true, guys, it's on the internet, so possibly it's true.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But anyway, I saw on the internet that the yellow cats, they're more aggressive.
The yellow cats.
Yeah, they stray cats, but they are yellow. You know, like with like Garfield. Garfield is an example of a yellow
Bob
cat.
in a way here.
Yeah, or Bob here.
Yeah, in British they call this tone something. This breed of cats, I guess. I don't remember exactly what, but it's something with tone. You know. Shout out to you, Jackson from Times Goiânia. Nay, my family only get black cats. We always have one. The dogs like them more than other color. Do you think this? I have no idea why, but I I think I've had in my life something between 12 to 15 cats since I was my first cat. The first cat that I had, I think I was around 3. And the name was Ping Ping, and was a black cat with that white spot here. You know, it's very common in some black cats. You know, and they were very, very, very nice animals, very adorable. You know.
I wanted to adopt a black cat first, but I didn't find one.
What would be the name?
Maybe Zeca, José.
Okay. I would like to have one and call maybe Dracula. You know. Okay. My Letícia say, yeah, my favorite was Usurpadora. You see, she watched those soap operas. Hence the 2 names. Okay, Kadu is saying here, the worst thing in loving cats is being allergic to them. Oh, we have 2 stories about that. You can go first, Lucas.
All right, Kadu, I had the same thing about cats, like allergy, rhinitis, with dust, with cat's fur or dog's fur. And everybody said to me, once you have a cat, your body gets like, I don't know.
It adapts, right?
Get adapt to his fur. And it's totally time. Like time will vanish with your allergy. So basically, I had a very strong allergy because I remember when I didn't have a cat and I used to go to my friend's house, I would sneeze a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes would scratch a lot. Sometimes they would swallow, and I had to go home. So it was very severe.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought I can never have a cat because look at my stage. So, but I listened to many people talking. Lucas, once you have a cat, after 1 month or 2, 3 weeks, your body gets adapted to it. So you lose all your allergies. And I went deep to this theory and I adopt one, and it's totally true. Like after 3 weeks, I'm not gonna lie that I didn't suffer. I did suffer. It was terrible on the first and the second week. I was always sneezing. I was a little bit allergic, but after 3 weeks, a month, I'm totally fine. Now I don't even have rhinitis anymore. Example, when I clean my house and I have dust, I don't have rhinitis because of the cats.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was diagnosed with these two type of allergies, dust and fur. And as I told you guys, I had cats since I was very, very young. Interesting enough, because I lived in a house when I was a kid, and they used to be those kind of freer cats that they would go to the roof, and then sometimes it would be inside the house. So I was not always in close to the cat. Sometimes when I play too much or I pet too much or they slept with me, I felt a little, sneezy. After I started to have 24/7 cats with me, I was already a teenager, it vanished. So even in today's is to a point where I visit some friends for the first time, for example, and for the first time interact with their pets, and I don't have like hash or allergies like that anymore. So maybe, I don't know, we need to check some studies about it, but maybe our body creates some antibodies specific for
Yeah, I
that.
think like with just like any disease, like if
Yeah.
you get in touch with the disease and if you get a vaccine or something, you create antibodies and then you vanish with your allergy. Of course, in the beginning, I had to take some medicine to control my allergies, but after a month, it vanished, like you said.
It's been, what, 2 years that already?
Yes, I have my cats it's gonna turn 3 years
nice.
next year. And since then, I didn't have any allergies. And I saw online that the allergy comes not by the cat's hair or the cat's fur, whatever you wanna say, but it comes from their saliva.
Ah,
So every time that they lick themselves and they take a shower, these toxins of their tongue can get into your nose and you can get the allergy because of that.
now it makes a lot of sense because, as I told you, I do my skincare with my cat. I put my face close to me and she starts licking. So my body was like, bah, bah, bah. All right,
Yes.
let's deal with that.
Exactly.
Okay. Hi, baú sem fundo. That's a nice, that's a nice nick. Why American cats have 9 lives and Brazilians have 7 is a different version of the same video game. The Brazilian game is tougher. So
Yeah, Brazil, like to live in Brazil, you have to be tough.
Yeah.
Even as a cat.
yeah, it's like, I just need 7. Give this 2 away. Yeah. I have no idea, honestly. I don't know. Do you know this one?
I had no idea
Me
about
neither.
this age.
Now Priscilla is saying, Lucas, I heard that cat's purr, the purr, is good for our health, that it can help us recover even our bones and tissues. Have you heard about this? Now it makes sense, my addiction to the cat purr. It's like the smear thing.
All right, Pri, I can totally answer you that because I feel I have anxiety in a very stressed level, like very high level. And every time that I feel stressed, I feel like my cats can feel what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
And I lay down on my bed, try to read something, try to read a book, or just stay calm and breathe in and breathe out. And then my cats, they can see that I am passing through some difficult times and I'm anxious, and they come to my chest. They lay down on my chest, and they start to purr like krr, krr, krr. Like a way of, I don't know, trying to show compassion or trying
Just
to help you,
soothe you in a way.
trying to calm you down. So I totally believe that.
This is probably one of the reasons why we have those mystical beliefs that cats, in a way, they absorb the energy of the place and they're kind of emotional sponges in a way. It's very common cat behavior, differently from what the common sense may say. Ah, cats, they are cold animals. No, if they notice you are going through something bad, I had moments where I was very sad too, or going through something in my life, and the cat was there. Like it would come from whatever part of the house, and jump up the bed and then go close and do the same. Like, okay, I'm here with you.
Yeah,
Dogs do that too, by the way.
yeah, dogs do that too. And they start to like knead a bread on you
Yeah.
with their paws. Some people said that they do this action of like like
Yeah, like kneading. Yeah, like
Kneading,
making bread.
like making a little bread on you, because they feel affection of a mother, because they do this action with their mother to get more milk. So when they do that with you, is that because they consider that you are his or her mother.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, and it's very nice, the cat's massage.
Yeah, I love when they do that, especially when they don't use their nails.
Yeah. Okay. Viviane is saying here, my friend, I love you and I love your cat. Nice.
Viviane, thank you so much for participating. I didn't know you were there.
Hi, André. André is saying, when you start to understand the specific behaviors of cats, you notice that they are very funny. Oh, they do. They are. Yeah, they are. My cat, for example, turns her back and shows her back when she's angry. Talk to my hand. Oh, sorry. Talk to my paw. Okay. Jackson saying here, I love a pair. I have a pair, sorry. Leopolda, a gray tabby, and Leopolda and Leopoldo. So you need to be very emphatic when you call their names. Ginger cat. Okay. Lucas, Arthur is asking here, what's your favorite cartoon cat? Mine is Oogie.
Mine is Garfield, because I totally identify. I love pizza. I love sleeping. So Garfield for sure.
You mentioned a bit about the adoption of the cats, Lucas. But would you ever buy a cat? Well, what's your perspective on that?
Well, to be honest, right now that I have more conscious, and I know that we have a lot of stray cats on the streets, a lot of stray dogs on the streets, that they really need an adoption. I don't think about buying a cat anymore. I understand people that buy. I don't judge, but I don't think it's a good thing to do.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna be like a hypocrite. But if I had money enough and I had a lot of cats that I adopted and I did my part,
okay,
I would totally.
I will indulge myself now.
Yeah. I would totally buy 3, maybe 2. Like, I think my favorite 2 expensive cats breed are Sphinx.
Okay.
And
it's the hairless one.
Yeah, the Sphinx is the one that they don't have any fur, any hair. They are completely like a person, only skin.
It's like Bills from Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So this cat, the average price is around 3,000 reais. I don't have that money.
3,000 reais?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then there's another one that I would love to have. And this is the reason that I got Paulinho for. Because Paulinho looks like this cat. And I really wanted to have a Bengal cat. A Bengal cat is a cat that is like a very distant cousin from a leopard. So this cat the average price is around 5 to 10,000
5
reais.
to 10 cows, the price of a Fusca, you know.
Exactly. The price of a beer.
Damn, and I would love to have a Maine Coon, you know, the Norwegian big
Exactly.
one. So beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
They look like lions, like little lions.
Yeah. All right. Let me see André here. Oh, hi, André. Ike, I loved this cartoon. It was very funny. The dog was like a shark. Yeah. All right. And Lucas, we were chatting before about some things that cats do, you know, that people don't understand in general. So, if you have ever had a cat, you will know that they have the habit to, out of blue, start staring to someone. And if you are a fan of terror movies and you have a cat, that's a very interesting combination. What happened to Pauline once that was like the...
Well, it happened, to be honest, yesterday night.
Okay.
So it's very fresh. I was in my bed, about to sleep, reading my book, and with my lights on. And Pauline went to the corner of my bedroom, and he was staring at the corner, like he was grounded.
Like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
Where they go like...
And then exactly.
Okay.
And then I was like, Paulinho, what are you doing? Paulinho, look at me. Paulinho, but he was never answering. So I jump out of the bed to check if there was like an insect or something, because when they see an insect, they get paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they start to meow because they want to catch it, they want to buy, they want to eat it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was an insect, but it was nothing.
When he went there, it was just like, hi, human.
Yeah, turns out when I got closer to him and I looked at him and I said, what are you doing there? And he looked at me and he said, no, well, I think I'm not doing anything. And then he left. But he was there for, I don't know, 30 minutes straight.
This is one of the reasons the meme, the cats are ruling the world. It's like they are playing dumb, you know, with us. You know. Well, I remember, I think I was a teenager, so we didn't have those movies like Paranormal Activity, you know. But when you watch this movie and you have a cat in your house, you know, you have the refrigerator noise, the midnight gloop, and the cat playing parkour in your house. Or you live in a house or apartment?
I live in an apartment.
Okay, so when the cat plays the parkour at night, after you have watched a terror movie, you are sleeping, they're like, okay, this is how I die.
Yes.
So what happened to me was I was a teenager and then I was home taking a shower and it was storming, like it was a very heavy rain. And I think it was because of bad wiring, there was a lightning and the power went out. So there was me, I didn't have the habit of taking cold showers. Then I was alone. I closed the shower and I said, okay, oh my God, I forgot my towel. It was outside of the house. So I thought, well, everything is dark. My neighbors cannot see anything. I'm gonna go there and get the towel. So I was there, like butt naked in the middle of the house, pitch dark, you know. And then when I was in the middle of the kitchen, I felt something crawling up my leg, like some furry thing. Then I stopped and said, okay, this is how I die. And then it was Nina, the cat that I had. So you will never be alone after having a cat. Get used to it.
Exactly, especially in shower time. Like they love to watch you shower.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have this thing like and sometimes they even play with the water too.
Yeah, like because I have like a box in my bathroom, so I close my box, and if I close it everything like all the way up,
they will like the closing thing.
She starts to meow, and then I have to open just a little bit,
just so she have a peek,
so she can put her paw inside of the space just to get a little water and do like this and remove. Go there again, remove. Go there again, remove. Velminha loves water.
Yeah. Okay. I said that I would have a little surprise and indication for you guys. These two books here, it's a real story. Okay, the name in English is A Street Cat Named Bob, so it's the same movie. It's the same books, and it's also a movie. It tells the story of a guy called James Bowen. He was a drug addict living on the streets. A long story short, no spoilers, a cat that he met completely changed his life, and it's a real story. So I recommend you guys read the books first, and then you watch the movie. Okay, I don't like to read, start liking. And it's very beautiful. Prepare your tissues, okay? And it's a beautiful story. I'm saying this, Lucas, because it's difficult for me to say it because I had since I was very young, but I have never had, I think, more than a year of my life without having any cats. And I had one that she died when she was 18 years old. So how having cats changed you? How was the before and after that?
Well, I started having a cat with one thought. I was very emotional dependent on people, on animals. So that's why I was like a dog lover, like everybody is. Like most people love dogs, and we have less people that love cats. And dogs, they are totally like emotional dependent. And it was not good for me. It was not a good match. So I started thinking about having a cat because I think they are not totally independent, but they are way more than dogs. And because of that, I decided to adopt a cat because I want to change my behavior as well. So I don't want to be so dependent on people. I don't want to be so dependent on a pet. So I will get a cat for myself, and the cat will teach me how to be less dependent. And it worked out just fine.
Nice. Now
I live by myself and with two cats. I don't need anything else.
How is the welcoming when you spend some days out of your house and you go back?
Yeah, like almost every weekend I go to my parents' house. They live in São Paulo, but they live in a small city in São Paulo, which is 1.5 hours from my house. And I stay there for a weekend. So basically, I leave my cats for one day by themselves, but they have their own company, Belmi and Paulinho, so they can have their own company. They are not alone. But when I come back, they start like sneezing me, like
checking. Okay.
Sneezing, no, sorry, sniffing me to check where have I been,
or with whom?
Yes, or with whom. If I was with another cat, or if I was with a dog. So they analyze me first when I arrive, and they start meowing because there's no food anymore.
Okay.
So the first thing I do, I reload their food. I put more food to them, and after 1 hour or 2 hours, they come back to me. They give me a little ice break, but after 2 or 3 hours, they come back to me.
Okay, you're fine. You came back. We accept you back.
Yes, let's see when I travel and I'll be away for 2 weeks how the reaction is gonna happen.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have. They will be a little colder. Mia does the same when I visit my parents, but she sniffs me. It's the cat checkup. Okay, you pass, right? It's like that. The interesting thing about that is that you have to do something to kind of, deserve the attention. Is something completely different from other pets.
Yes, especially with snacks. If you have snacks, you have everything.
Yeah. Have you ever bought something expensive to them and they play with the box?
Yeah, actually, that's the reason. Like every time that you buy something that is expensive, they will play with the package, not with the thing that you bought.
Don't do that, guys. Yeah.
So basically, I have one thing that I bought to them that it was really expensive. It was a playground. It's a playground that I have on my wall. So there is like one shelf that is a little bit large, 2 shelves on the side. The large shelf is on the middle, and then I have a short shelf here, another short shelf here, and on the top I have a shelf that is a little curved.
You gave them a parkour playground.
It's like a parkour. So they can go from like one step to the other, and then sleep on the curved one, or also they can sleep on the large shelf. I don't remember exactly if I paid the same price that is now, because I checked yesterday the price of this playground. By the way, guys, the name of the Instagram of these toys that you can find for cats, the name is Woolly. So you can check on Instagram, WOOLIE, Woolly. So it's a very good brand with like high top toys, playgrounds, and I bought for 600 reais. A lot of people told me, Lucas, they will never use it. But everybody was wrong. They use it every time, every day.
Yeah, cats love to be in like high places.
Exactly.
Mia likes to stay on the top of the fridge when somebody's cooking there. It's like a sniper, just like, what you doing? Okay, keep doing that. Yeah, it's nice. And then she rolls and play. All right, let me cover the chat here. All right. Priscilla saying, congratulations, guys, on today's podcast. Even the idea for the podcast was amazing. Thanks, Priscilla. Robin saying here, amazing podcast, amazing guests, amazing cats. Thanks, Andrea. The cat's very systematic and and its owner's routine is part of its system. Yeah. If the tutor changes the routine, the cats go crazy. Oh, it's very true. It's very true.
Exactly. I heard a story about a cat that the cat got sick, like depressed, almost died, and they couldn't find the reason why the cat was feeling like that. And then the veterinary asked the owner, did you change anything in your house? Have you moved recently? Have you done anything different from your routine? And he started thinking about it, and then he said, well, I changed the water from the living room to the bedroom.
That was it.
And then the veterinary said, that's the reason they are cats depressed, because you changed the water place.
They are very sensitive.
They are very systematic.
Lucas, unfortunately, we are running out of time.
Already?
Yeah, I know, it goes fast. For people who want to adopt a cat but don't know or a bit insecure, okay, what could you recommend to them? Take notes, guys.
All right, guys. So if you want to adopt a cat, take sure to buy the things they need, because if you buy the things they need, it's gonna be way more easier to take care of them. Like buy a cat's box and buy two water filters. Everything you buy for one cat, you buy in double, so they can use. And this story about allergy, you can change or you cannot. It depends on your human system. So, but it completely changed my life. I have so much love for them. I don't have rhinitis anymore, so I don't have this problem. They are lovable. They protect you. They follow you around. All these myths that people say, cats are very independent and they don't like people or they don't know their names. That's all lie. Like, they know their names. They need you. They need attention. They need you to play with them because they are wild animals. With time they became pets, but before they were wild animals. They lived on the forest or whatever. I went to a zoo in São Paulo, and we had a lot of cats around the zoo, and they were really savage.
They had this feral behavior, right?
Yeah, like we were eating like a sandwich, and they would come and scream like, "Give me this sandwich!"
Yeah, they hissed.
Exactly. But anyway, my suggestions for people who want to adopt a cat is adapt your house for the cat, because it's totally important. Have protection on your windows. Buy things in double, and give attention when he wants attention. You don't need to be excessive all the time. And I think that's basically it. Yeah.
Nice, Lucas. Thank you so much, man. Now, thanks to you, I miss my cat. I think I'm gonna drop by my parents' house and just say hi.
I'm missing my cats as well.
Guys,
thank you so much for the participation here, guys.
It was amazing. And thank you guys that sent messages on the chat. Okay, it was very nice. Read the books and don't forget to like the video. Every week there will be a new episode of Talking Times. I am Maick Ofel and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye, guys.